So one of the subheadings in the last article that I just published was about the education you received versus the education you need. And so one of the things that I want to get across in this episode before we close out is, what is the education that you actually received? And so this has been a very big confusing point for a lot of my audience and obviously a lot of people in society. So the education you actually receive is an old education. There's a huge difference between teaching in the 21st century and teaching the 21st century. What I mean is that, are you learning old concepts and ideas inside the 21st century, or are you learning about the 21st century? There's a huge difference. And what your teachers, principals, superintendents, and school system is teaching right now are 19th century ideas in the 21st century. So they're using technology and artificial intelligence and software to teach you old ideas. And the problem is that that's not what you need. That's what you're getting, but that's not what you need. The difference from the education that I provided my K-12 students from the education that you received is that we were teaching 21st century skills, not 19th century skills. Now, I want to make this very clear. A 21st century skills curriculum, that's K through 12, means that in elementary school, you learn 19th century skills. There are 3 basic skills: reading, writing, and math. In fact, my elementary students got double the amount of time on reading, writing, and math than you did in elementary school. That meant that my students were ready by middle school to start learning 21st century skills. They had to, because they needed to get all of that done in elementary school. What your school district is doing is stretching out the time frame. They're teaching you the same skills in kindergarten that they're teaching you in high school. Yes, of course, it's harder. Of course, they're giving you more difficult books and whatever. They're giving you technology. They're giving you 21st century experiences with old concepts. The research is clear. That's not going to help you. That's not what you need. That's what you're getting, but that's not what you need. What you need is 21st century skills. What you need are the 5 skills in the Georgetown study. That's what you need. Schools are not teaching you that. High schools, colleges across America do not teach these 5 skills. Now, I want to make this very clear. The Georgetown study that was released in 2020 recommended to colleges that they teach these 5 skills because those are the skills that get the higher paying jobs. And what's the justification for paying $100,000 to $200,000 for a college degree if you're not going to get a high-paying job? That's what you need to know. You need to understand that if you go to college, you probably won't get a high-paying job. Those days are long over. You're not going to get a high-paying job unless you have these 5 skills. That's the line. If you have 5 21st century skills, you can get a high-paying job. If you don't, you won't. It's as simple as that. So one of the things that you have to understand is what you need is not what you're getting. And hopefully that makes sense. So the high school English class that you took is an old class that they're teaching with software. So they're teaching a 19th century English class inside the 21st century. That's not what you need. What you need is a 21st century English class. They don't teach that. What you were learning in math is you were learning 19th century algebra with technology and artificial intelligence. What you need is a 21st century math class. They don't teach that. We can do science. We can do social studies, the same thing. Everything that you're learning in school today is an old idea. It's an old curriculum that they're just adding on 21st century technology. They're not adding skills. They're not adding what the 21st century is. They're teaching inside the 21st century, not teaching the 21st century. And it's a huge difference. So hopefully that clears up all the confusion as to what's going on. If you want to be successful, if you want to answer the question, do you feel stuck in life, and you want to get unstuck, what you need to know is you need to know the 5 21st century skills. That is it. That's the simple answer. Now, there's a lot that you need to know. I want to make that very clear. This isn't going to be just like, oh yeah, I need to know 21st century skills and tomorrow I'm going to learn them all. No. It's going to take a little bit of time. But what you can do right now is watch the 2 free webinars. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Just like go to leafacademy.org. Again, follow the link in the bio and go watch the 2 webinars. They're 100% free. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. That just makes perfect sense. It's free and you need to understand what's going on. Once you watch them, you're going to get an aha moment like, oh, wow, oh. So if you don't have the information in front of you, then how do you know how to make good decisions?